Very good morning, my dear friends. This is ROBY, and today we are going to see about the 7 rules to improve your communication. Yes, communication skill is an important one and predominant one for your career success. So here we are going to see 7 rules. Yes, my dear friends, kindly subscribe ROBY Speaks and let's see about the 7 rules that is going to transform your life. Yes, one, the rule number is active listening. Second one is practice speaking. Third one, expand your vocabulary. Fourth one, learn basic grammar. Fifth one is seek feedback. Sixth one is read aloud. And seventh one is be patient and consistent. And here you can see what is going to be an important picture which is beside this particular flow chart. Yes, my dear friends, we all want to succeed, but unfortunately we go in the wrong route. And here we are going to guide you to the perfect route to land on to a perfect success and a transformation in your career. Rule number 1 is active listening. Yes, my dear friends, most of us, we want to improve our communication, but what is the important one that we forget is we are poor listeners. We don't listen. We are not constantly focusing on this particular thing about listening actively. You need to actively listen even to a video or audio, a podcast, or even to a native proficient speaker who is giving a speech on some motivation talks, or it is going to be a 1-minute story or anything, whatever it is going to be. Just actively listen how they pronounce, the intonation, the clarity, and even you can know about what is the flow, natural flow of speech. By this active listening, you would be able to know some good words, what you can impress when you are speaking. So the first and predominant one to improve your communication is active listening. There may be some sort of diversion. Don't give rooms for such kind of deviations. It will always make you to land up to be a poor communicator. So the first thing what I would insist is active listening is the predominant one for you to improve your communication skill. So rule number 1 is active listening. So from today onwards, start this process of listening actively. Rule number 2 is practice speaking. Yes, my dear friends, practice makes a man perfect. Yes, you need to speak regularly and you need to speak constantly, and instantly you need to also listen. Active listening, the rule number 1. When you talk to your friends, whenever you talk to your peers, or whenever you talk to your faculties, your teachers, or anybody, try to speak in English. And at the same time, technology has improved a lot now. So what you can do, you can record your voice, you can record something, a 1-minute story, you can listen to some podcast, and again from your style you can just record it and listen to it and see where you make some mistakes and where you need to improve your content, your context, your clarity of voice. All these things are more important, and these can be learned only through practicing. So always try to practice. So rule number 2, again I would insist, what is that is practice speaking. And rule number 3 is expand vocabulary. This is where most of the speakers, the predominant speakers, most of the speakers you see, the words they use, that's the place where we have a difference between we people and other people, those who are more successful as a very great speaker. Yes, how to build a vocabulary? It's very, very simple. What you need to do is, whatever you see, you have to pick out the new words, whichever you don't know. If some word is something new for you in terms of pronunciation or in terms of meaning, try to grab that word. Try to use that particular word in your day-to-day conversation, and at the same time, have the habit of knowing about the similar meaning of that particular word. So by this way, you can improve your vocabulary, and there are so many games so that you can install and improve your vocabulary. Learn new words, new meanings, and also try to use them in your day-to-day life, framing some simple sentences. So rule number 3, expand vocabulary. Rule number 4, learn basic grammar. Please don't say that I don't like grammar, I hate grammar, I don't like it at all. this is one thing that which makes you some sort of difference between a good speaker and a bad speaker. Learn basic grammar. Likewise, constructing simple sentences, a subject, verb and an object. Know about the parts of speech, the basics in tenses, and if you want to know tense, please look into Arise Roby Speaks channel. 30 minutes of how to improve your vocabulary and as well as the grammar part of tense, how to use tense perfectly. So what I would say is, apart from improving your vocabulary, the basic parts, the basic grammar rules is more important, and that is where a communication clearer part and more effectively and efficiently you can improve your communication. So rule number 4, keep it in mind, you have to learn basic grammar. You cannot skip, you cannot run, and you cannot move away from that. So learn basic grammar, you cannot escape. Rule number 5 is about seek feedback. Yes, of course, my dear friends, you need to seek feedback from your friends, your peer groups, your family, your teacher, your faculties, everybody, because those people knows about it. You should have some sort of peer groups in the sense who have some like-mindedness, those who want to improve their communication skill. So with that particular group, you can get to know about where you make some mistakes. So there you can get an idea, some response, their opinion, advice, this results, and comment this kind of survey, and you can rate yourself. So you have to seek some feedback. So that should be healthy. You should be in a group where they are like-mindedness and they also follow this particular rule of 80-20 feedback. Do you know about the 80-20 feedback? Please look into our previous video. I have explained about 80-20 feedback. So that would be the right choice for you. This 5 rule is 6, not bad. Okay? Yes. 6th one is about read aloud. Yes, my dear friends, you need to read aloud. Reading aloud will always make you to be very confident. If you want to be a very good speaker, the first thing is that you need to improve your pronunciation. For that, you need to read aloud. If you want to be a very good communicator, you have to read aloud, and that gives you confidence. If you want to speak fluently, then you need to read aloud. So the particular thing, again and again, what I would insist is, it's also a great way to practice grammar and vocabulary in this context by means of reading loudly. So the last and final one is about be patient and consistent. Nothing is overnight success, my dear friends. You have to practice regularly. Finally, you make some mistakes. There is a Japanese proverb, fall 7 times, get up 8 times. Yes. Whether you fall sometimes 8 times, but always try to get up 10 times. Your perseverance, your resilience to face adversity, and you have to wait. Your patience is more important. You have to work hard, consistently, constantly work on it. Stay patient and practice consistently. To see continuous improvement over time, you need to work hard again and again. You have to learn from your mistakes, correct from your mistakes, and those are the experiences. These 7 rules will make you to be a perfect communicator. So communication skill being very important for your career success, particularly when you go for an interview, they will count your communication. So these are the 7 rules that will transform your life. Try to follow these 7 rules and be successful in your career. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay with us connected by subscribing Arise Roby, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Bye bye.